In a wide-ranging interview following the confirmation of 19 children at the Church of St. Francis Xavier in Auger, Vieux-Fort, Archbishop the Most Reverend GABRIEL Malzaire underscored the critical role of family and community in youth development. Southern correspondent Desmond Collymore spoke to the head of the local Catholic Church about his homily at the service, which focused on family values and teaching young St. Lucians to become good citizens.
Very often, when we see the state of the world, we begin to blame the youth for what exists. But the first thing we must realize is that our youth are the products of our society. The adult community are more responsible for what goes on rather than the young people. I always describe young people as sponges. They absorb what is in the society. So the state of the world is what it is because we have not prepared otherwise, especially from the level of families. Families have not lived up to the expectations, or to the expectation of our blessed Lord, to really guide children and prepare them for the world. And therefore we are reaping the benefits today in the heightened crime and violence in our midst.
The Archbishop stressed that adults bear primary responsibility for youth behavior and social outcomes. Malzaire called on parents to take a more active role in their children's moral and spiritual formation.
I can guarantee that if our families, our parents, fathers, mothers take their responsibilities more seriously, we would have a difference in our world. So while, of course, it's not that I'm exempting the young people from the responsibility, but at the same time, if they have proper formation, if children have proper formation, there is a greater chance of them, living a life that is worthy of the calling. So I want to plead this new year onto parents and families to help us correct the things that are wrong among us, so that the children and the young men, the young women coming up will have some example to go by. And that's what I would like to share with our people.
The Archbishop also detailed plans for 9 designated pilgrimage churches during the Archdiocese Jubilee year.
Talk about the 9 churches that will be Jubilee churches?
Yes. Well, since the opening of the Jubilee year in the Archdiocese, which we did on the 29th of December, I have been to, so far, 7 out of the 9 churches that are designated as pilgrimage churches. First, we started, of course, at the cathedral, then at Grosley, then at Larissus, then the Mount of Prayer, GABRIEL, Micoud, Vieux-Fort. Last night I was in Soufrière, and this afternoon I'll be in Ancillary, and finally tomorrow morning in Soldibus. So 9 churches are designated as pilgrimage churches. So that throughout the year, during this Jubilee year, pilgrims, groups in church can go to pray, asking God for help for our nation, so that there can be transformation among us. So I really plead unto everybody, at least make one pilgrimage during the year. And the churches are open, and the people will be hospitable to receive you and to provide for you what is needed, so that you could have a comfortable place to pray in those 9 churches. So I invite everyone to be part of the Jubilee.
The Jubilee year officially opened in late December, with churches remaining open throughout the year for pilgrimages and prayer services. Joachim Duplessis, HTS News Force.
Ways of God. I have visited all the Catholic schools